Here's Chris.
Good morning, listeners, and good morning, viewers. And welcome to the first 25 of the Chris Moyles Show for Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. Ding! It's freezing in here today.
It is like a fridge.
Freezing.
What's it on now, James?
22. Put it up.
No, it's fine. It was,
on 18 degrees, and it was ice cold.
Who
It really
puts
was.
it on 18 then?
I don't.
Well, I've worked it out. First of all, we're live on Global Player. If you want to watch us, we are live. I don't know why I said it like that. We're live. Pippa's freezing already, look.
It is cold, isn't it?
Are you doing your teeth?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't like that noise.
You'd be no good at that, M&S.
No, that's it.
Sorry, that was funny.
So, yeah, you can watch us live on Global Player. Right now, you can watch us on your TV if you've got Global Player on your TV. Yes, you can watch it on Apple TV. Yes, you can watch it on Sky. Yes, you can watch it on your phone or your tablet. Global Player, that's where you'll see us. Just scroll up or press some buttons. And there's too many different ways of watching it on different things. I can't be bothered to go through it all. And for some of them, I don't really know. I've never seen it on TV.
I haven't, because we're here, aren't we?
Yeah, because we're doing it.
Yeah.
But I know Kate and Nick watch it on their telly. Abby watches it on her telly.
Yeah.
So, hello, guys. Hi, guys. And so there you are. Right. Coming to the studio this morning. It's freezing. And Dominic goes, oh, I've just turned up the aircon because it's freezing. Bitterly cold.
You've gone a bit gruff this morning, Tom.
And then our intern walks in. And I'm like, I go full on Poirot.
You did. Absolutely.
And I'm like, she's wearing a jumper. A big blue jumper. You're wearing a T-shirt. I'm wearing a T-shirt. James is wearing a T-shirt. Pippa's wearing a little summery top. But our intern, who gets the studio set up, is wearing a jumper. So this is what I think. She's trying to kill Dominic. Freeze him to death so that she can get his job.
And it's one of the warmest days of the year. Well, it's going to be lovely today. And she's wearing a jumper.
Case closed.
Yeah.
No further questions.
It's
your witness.
Your witness.
The only plausible explanation
It's the only plausible explanation.
is that intern Bella is trying to freeze Dom to death.
Yep.
Right.
Now, sometimes we come into the studio.
That is it.
And it is 45 degrees. And for a while I was thinking, whoever was the last person to use the studio just goes, screw them up in the morning,
Absolutely.
turn it up as high as I can and leave it. Because there's no windows, it's soundproof. It's an 85% soundproof studio.
Yeah.
Is it an equipment thing? Like, so, for example, Captain has a lot of equipment in his little box studio downstairs. Whenever he's not in it, they crank on the air conditioning and it's always cold in there. Is it to kind of is it an engineering thing?
Oh.
It's all out there in that rack.
Yeah, this room's too big and the equipment is too small.
Okay, so it's killing
Pepper,
off
my
Dom.
equipment is too small for this huge room.
Got it.
You've always
That's essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're right, it's to kill off Dom.
In fact, if you go on Global Player now live, you can see my equipment.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm holding it right now. Thank you.
She's trying to turn you blue.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to do.
He's already blue.
Thank you.
They call him Blue Dom.
Even bluer than I am already.
Even bluer than your DVD collection.
Yes, which is full of
Air hostesses.
news and current events.
Full of busty air hostesses
That's right.
and window cleaners.
Yeah, it's always window cleaners. Weren't you watching one somewhere? No, hang on a sec.
Oh,
Hold up.
shots fired.
This is back in the day.
Busty air hostesses.
I'm sure you were watching one, and
Oh,
Blue videos.
do you know what? I am happy for Dom to tell this story.
I can't
'cause I love
remember.
it when Dom gets things mixed up.
you were watching
Get
one.
your popcorn out, James.
I think somebody came around to yours and went, "Oh, put this on," and you were watching it, and you'd seen it already. It was something like that, or you recognised one of the people in it. It's one of those two stories. Am I a million miles away?
You're not a million miles away.
Right. So what's the story?
So
Who said put this on?
I don't know.
Did you drive to Christmas?
No, I didn't.
So the story goes, you're close.
Close.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I think it may have been Stoke.
Right.
I knew a guy and he goes, oh my God. Well, Right. There's two stories that even I get mixed up.
Right.
And I'm going to...
Right.
I knew I was vaguely right.
Okay. I'm going to have to switch the microphones off for this.
Okay.
Only out of respect.
For the person named.
Lip reading can be picked up on the camera.
Don't you worry. That's fine.
Yeah.
Mate goes to me, goes, you've got to see this video. And I go, what is it? And we're talking VHS cassette.
Oh,
This is
okay.
how long ago this is, right? He goes, I've got this Bluey. I've got this mucky movie, right? And I go, what are we going to do? Have a cup of tea and watch it together? So he comes around my house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're all right. And he goes, no. You've got to see this because there's a bloke in it that looks an absolute dead ringer for...
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh,
Which is,
yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he puts this video on, and he's like, look, doesn't it look like
That person.
that person? And I'm like, yeah, actually, to be fair, it actually does. It's like an actual porno-like.
Right.
So that was that.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, in this video, there's like a window cleaner.
How do you run out of water?
You've seen it.
Must have seen it.
Yeah.
He's run out of water.
Anyway,
They're always doing
he obviously works very early in the morning cleaning windows because the woman who's the householder, she's still in like negligee because she sleeps in sexy negligee
Right.
kind of lingerie
Monday
because
to
that's how
Friday.
women sleep.
That's it.
Negligee.
Anyway, the dialogue between him and this woman was hilarious.
Right.
Because I don't think English was his first accent. Or hers. Language, rather. And something along the lines of, I'm going to say the word flaming, right?
Okay, yeah.
So he goes, I need some water for windows. And she goes, oh, it's so hot outside, or whatever.
Sounds great.
And there was a line in it like something on the lines of he said or she said something like, oh yeah, you flaming chippy.
Flaming what?
Chippy.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
That's a carpenter, isn't it?
And I'm like, I don't understand this.
No.
And even then, in my younger days, I'm like, why are we just pretending? Why are we dancing around this
That's it.
farce with a storyline?
Exactly.
Right? It don't need no storyline.
No.
Right? Because my window cleaner, Mike, I'm not interested in him in that way. He's a lovely fella, and I don't think he's interested in looking at me in my lingerie
No,
either.
I wouldn't have thought. I'd hope not.
Anyway, the dialogue in this thing was very, very funny. It
Yeah.
was so bad, it was hilarious. Fast forward a few years later, like literally a couple of years later, I go and see David Baddiel live in concert doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And he's talking about these movies.
Right.
And he goes, I've got a movie I've got to show you or play the audio, one or the other. Anyway,
yours.
it's the movie that I've just
Yes.
I've got questions.
Yeah.
So, just rewind back.
Oh, and by the way, I've kept that as clean as I possibly can.
Yes. That's it.
So your friend came round with the Bluey to watch together.
To show me this particular scene.
So his only shoo-in is that one of them looked like someone that you might know a little bit.
Yeah.
And then once you realised who it was, you sat down and watched the Bluey together.
It was the scene. That was the scene. We didn't watch the whole thing.
Didn't watch the whole thing?
No.
Made notes.
No. And I've left out a vital piece of information that's
Right.
that's
It's in
that's
breakfast
really
time.
not right.
Sure.
But what are the odds? I then go and see David
That's so
Baddiel and he
funny.
goes, oh my God, I've got to play this. And
Yeah.
as he starts pressing play, I'm like, oh my God, I've seen this scene.
Are you looking up Chippy, James?
No.
Right.
And I think to this day, I'm the only person that's ever said to David Baddiel,
I've seen
I've
this.
seen that.
Chippy.
But you got to understand, Pippa, you know, for red-blooded males back in the day,
Yeah, so
there was literally, if you were a single young man, there were 3 outlets to see boobs, right? Number one, on the beach on holiday, right?
Cap tag.
And I didn't go abroad till I was 16.
I
right?
didn't see them in Cap Tag.
I went on holiday to Dublin to back home and see the family. It's not the same.
They're not doing that in Dunleary, are they?
Number 2, torn up pieces of magazines rolled up and hidden in hedges
Yeah.
in parks and woods.
It's a rite of passage.
Blew my mind when I found that out.
Blew your mind.
No, blew in my mind.
Yeah.
No idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
So what happened was...
Back in the day.
Back in the day, so there was beaches or mucky videos, right? VHS cassettes, big cassette things, right? So somebody said, we've got to look after the young lads of today growing up.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And they're too embarrassed to go and buy these magazines. So what we'll do is we'll buy some magazines and we'll tear out the pages and just hide them in random hedges of parks and woodlands around the UK for young men to find.
Yeah.
Kind of sweet, really.
Yeah, well, yes.
It's a sharing.
It was
thing,
potentially flawed because up until this point, young men didn't go rummaging through hedges to try and find anything. But weirdly, it worked.
And it became a thing.
Yeah.
Now it's universally known.
And so that you would find, and then you would find, and then it'd be, oh, look, whoa, look at that. And then, if there was a couple of pages, you might have one each.
Yeah.
Take it home, frame it, put it on the wall.
Read the articles, do whatever you want, in a way.
I remember the posters on my wall. I had Debbie Gibson, Bros, and some busty Swedish woman that I'd found in a hedge.
You didn't find the woman in a hedge, you found the magazine in a hedge.
That's right. Good point. Thanks for making me
That's fine.
explain that.
My cousin used to use the Argos mag. Someone said, don't forget Kay's catalogue. So my cousin used to go to the shower section of Argos in case you just saw an outline behind a frosted bit of glass.
Oh, my Lord.
Cousin.
What's your cousin's name? We should definitely name him.
He would go to a catalogue and look at the shower section. You're on camera, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
As you've just gone, his name actually...
It's Andy. Andy.
Yeah.
Now, we should do a documentary about this because as the times change, the way that people young men get to see boobs changes. Like, before you knew it, it was so much, you didn't need to go to the park anymore or woodland, or you didn't have to rummage through hedges anymore.
south of France.
You put Channel 4 on and there was a show called Eurotrash. Boobs galore!
Oh, Lola Ferrari was...
Boobs galore!
Who,
She was the biggest boobs in the world on it, was she?
was she?
Eurotrash.
What was his name?
Anton de Beck.
Anton de Beck.
Before Strictly.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Eurotrash.
He had a completely different accent back then.
And also,
Anton de Beck.
wasn't Jean-Paul Gaultier also a host?
Yes, he was.
The incredibly, very successful fashion designer.
Yes, you're absolutely right. They
I mean,
co-hosted it.
that now would be... I don't know what the equivalent would be.
Tom Ford doing a show on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Tom Ford and the French Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. Look at these boobs.
Oh, what a weird
How did we
time.
get into this?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
I remember.
I'm sure you were counting the 3 ways you could...
No, but how did I even get into
how
that?
did we-
We were talking about Blue Dom. Oh, he
I see.
distracted, didn't he?
Sorry. Then it all came back.
All that came from that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
James said the word blue.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
James.
escalated.
See?
Actually, this is all the mastermind work of James Robinson, who's been technically late for work 2 days in a row now. And what he's doing is to distract from this. He's got you and me talking about boobs in the wood. Which was my favourite panto when I
It
was
didn't
a
last long.
16-year-old lad.
And he did a 2-week run.
Boobs in the wood.
Worked a treat.
You weren't late. Were you late today?
Oh, the tube's still...
Still?
Yeah.
What, because of the rain the other day?
No, wait, it's broken the signals.
Oh, look at the time already. Excuse me 1 second. I need to do this. 6:45. You're listening to Radio X. That's Radio X. Write down the name of this radio station in case somebody asks you, who do you listen to in the morning? Tell them you listen to the Chris Moyles Show on Radio X. And it's a Wednesday morning, beautiful looking morning as we look out over Leicester Square, one of the big tourist attractions of this fine capital city of London, England. Hope you're having a good morning so far. We've got some lovely music to ease you into your Wednesday with this absolutely cracking song from Travis.
When I first held you, I was cold. A melting snowman, I was told. But there was no one there to hold.
Shabba.
Before I swore that
It's a lovely day, and I'm glad you feel the same. 'Cause I know out in the crowd you are one in a million, and I love you so.
Let's watch the flowers grow.
There you go.
That's nice.
They are live in our studio this morning.
Yes.
Fran and Dougie from Travis are coming in live. Now, I'm a bit worried.
Why?
Well, so back in the day, I met the band Travis. And I can't remember if I'd met them before or not. And I'm going to say I don't think so. They did a gig for the old place, and they did this gig in Leeds.
Right.
And I got tickets for my mum and dad, VIP Vera. She has to go to everything.
Yeah. She was playing bass guitar with them.
And I think we were at sound check or something, and Fran Healy looks up and sees me, and then he sees my mum next to me. He goes, "Is that your mum?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, I've got to meet Mrs. Moyles." And then kind of from there, we got to know each other a bit. And they are the loveliest guys.
Really are, yeah.
Travis are the nicest guys. They would do the show. We'd be at gigs, whatever. I once went on stage to surprise Dougie as his guitar tech.
Ah, yes.
Once. So mid-gig, he kind of goes to take takes his guitar off and he goes to take the next guitar, which is guitar tech is obviously tuned up in the right key. I don't know what you call it for him. And as he goes to take it, he takes it and goes, "Thanks," and then double takes and goes, "Oh my God." And I'm like that. Let me know what you need. So, yeah,
Proper Saxondale.
And then, things change. Life changes, and we kind of lost touch with them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, Fran was on the show.
Yes.
And was it Fran and Dougie or just Fran? I can't remember.
Just Fran?
Fran, I think.
So he says he's just flown in, I think, from America. He said, "I'm going to be in London for a couple of nights and that's it. We need to catch up in the diary." I said, "What are you doing later?" This is on Radio X 3 years ago. "What are you doing later?" And he goes, "Got a few things to do. But yeah, I could meet you for a drink, but I'm jet lagged, so I'm gonna, bail." So I meet him for a drink, and we have a drink, and then we have another drink, and I'm like, "Let me know. Don't be polite if you." And we have a lovely catch up, and then we're on our third drink, and he just goes, "Do you know? I feel great. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'll let you know if I hit the wall." And then Tiff then texts me, and she's in town. So I'm like, "Why don't you come and join us for a drink? Are you going to be all right to stay up for another drink if Tiff comes over?" And he goes, Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, Dougie's just texted me.
Right.
Fast forward, the four of us are in some bar across the road, drinking till God knows, like midnight or something. And I think we met at like 6.
Pretty good.
So I'm a little bit nervous.
Right.
That Fran or Dougie go, "What are you doing later today?"
Yeah.
Because they're very softly spoken.
Last time I met Fran, I think, in a bar, it was about 2 or 3 in the morning. They'd done a gig for us at the old place, I think. Were you there, Pip? And we were talking to Fran, and he was telling everyone about that he really wants to go and buy a teepee. He's got this thing in his head. He wants to buy a massive
Let me stop
teepee.
you. Let me stop you. You know, when you tell these stories,
Yeah.
sometimes you get mixed up.
Right. I'm sure it was a teepee, wasn't it?
Okay.
He wanted to go and buy a massive tent.
It just means nothing to me.
Right, okay. I don't know if you would have been there.
And it's 2 in the morning, is it?
2 or 3 in the morning.
And you want me to remember the story?
Exactly. It was very important to him that he was going to buy a teepee.
Well, let's
in the
put it to
morning.
him.
I'll ask him if he ever
When
bought
he
a teepee.
walks through the door this morning, why don't you go, "Did you get it?"
Did you get your teepee?
I have to be honest, by the way. When you just said, "Oh," and then Fran came in, I thought you were going to say a few weeks ago, and I went, yeah. As it was, but when you said, because he was on FaceTime, but I don't remember Fran coming into the studio on Radio X. So now I'm confused.
Do you know what? I'm glad you said that because I don't. I wouldn't if I was on holiday.
Have we checked it?
We can't find
I
X.
thought you meant FaceTime. I was like, yeah.
We had him on Zoom, didn't we?
I went out drinking with him and Tiff. Right?
That was Radio X then, wasn't it?
That was Radio X, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember him coming on. Maybe I wasn't here.
Well, then why would I have gone for a drink with it? He must have been on. This is terrible
Was
that
it definitely
you
Fran?
don't remember him coming on the show.
Well, that means nothing, obviously.
I don't remember him coming in.
Listen, let's put it to the oracle.
Okay.
83936. Can somebody tell us when they were on the show? That'll be great. Thank you.
You went to see them in 2016.
I did.
British Empire.
Right. Oh, was that it then? Did you
No,
just go
because
to
we're
gig
out.
in
How can we go for a few drinks in the evening if he's on stage?
Yeah, but they would have been in London, so it would be like the next day or
I
something.
found something.
Well, here we go.
Oh no, it'll be a picture of Pip sat next to him.
I found something. Fran.
Yes.
Oh no, Pip.
Here we go. Oh, come on.
I hope I'm not there.
Come on.
I'm sat next to him.
Fran and Dougie have sat there.
Brilliant. In the studio. Now, let's just see who's sat with them, shall we?
No, this is bad.
Can you put this on the screen?
People send the link to the screen.
Yeah, share the link. Pippa, let's get the link to the screen. And then our viewers can see the embarrassment that you three...
I really want a picture of Pippa just with her arm around Fran. Goes, so lovely to see you.
I've been looking forward to this day for weeks.
For weeks.
Anyway, they're coming in to see us this morning. They supported the Killers, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
I want to ask about that.
Kelly's just texted in saying we saw them support the Killers, the best support act I've seen.
I can imagine.
Oh, Travis are a great live band.
Yeah.
Really good.
Here we go, screen.
Okay. All right.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, so if we go to the... Oh, so this is from our Facebook page, the Chris Moyles Show on Radio X Facebook page.
Right.
We streamed it live. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
This will be interesting.
So there's me in the studio and there's Matt Park Smith.
I'm off.
Which means it's not Jet. So when's this? Does it
So
say?
why would I... So I wasn't there either. Pippa wasn't there. Where is everyone?
Give it a moment. I'm going to get them.
Hold on.
Pippa's there.
Who's that fresh-faced young dark-haired fella on the screen? Oh, it's me, Chris Moyles.
When we've got the big wheel.
Yeah. Oh my God, Dougie is dressed like you, James. Jay, pause it. Look at that. Look what he's wearing.
Same.
You love Dougie
That's
so
weird.
much.
Oh no, get him to sit down. Let him sit down in the chair. So that's where Fran Healy when he had normal looking hair.
There's Dougie.
So we've got the
It's new.
It's a new studio.
yeah.
There's you.
Now,
Very
hold on a
much.
second.
Very much.
We need a shot of Dougie.
That happened with the hairy bikers, do you remember, James?
Stop. Pause it there. Right, James. Here.
Oh,
Hold
God.
on. James, hold on. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Come
Now
to next to me.
go and stand right in front of the screen for everyone to see. Just to the left of him.
Here.
No. Just stand right there against
There
the
you
wall.
Do that.
Don't move your head.
Look that way a little bit.
That way. Like that.
It's like mini me.
No, that's a bigger picture.
Actually, if you move to the right and turn and face him and look slightly up, and then say "Daddy."
No, that's
Oh, and Pip, you're very much in the room there.
I don't think that's me.
Right.
Someone who looks at
Get my shades off.
It's just stunt
Get my
double.
shades off. They're not for you. These are for.
They suit me, Dom, don't
Cool,
they?
but give me these. They're very special. Don't ask me what they are.
What are they?
What are they?
They're Elton John.
What are they?
These are Elton John's.
They're nice.
Thank you. Thanks very much. There you are.
Oh, that's funny.
And do you know what, Dom?
Go on.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got out of my chair. I'm Dill Dandin.
You are Dill Dandin.
Thank you.
Well done. I'm Dill Dandin.
Nobody like you won't let about the motorbike. On you. And then Jack body body bound in the Vindaloo. Don't you know I'm Dill Dandin? Jeff off.
He likes doing that, doesn't he?
I hope Elton's not watching.
Yeah, morning, Elton.
Actually, I'd love it if Elton was watching. I love Elton John. Anyway, so Fran and Dougie are coming in from the band
Again.
Travis. Again.
Pippa was
I mean, I remembered.
Yeah.
Do you know what your punishment should be? You should meet them around about 2 o'clock this afternoon for a little drink.
Oh, no, please no.
Oh, no, alcohol would be awful.
Do you know what? I could as well. I could do that today quite happily. I can't. I didn't train again yesterday. Oh, my diet's
it's
awful.
fine.
And I blame Susie in Dublin, who, when she came over the other weekend, brought a suitcase full of chocolate Kimberleys and
Oh,
whatnot.
did she? Supplies from
God.
Dublin.
Yeah, loads of Tato crisps. And not just Tato, like different types of stuff that they make.
Yeah.
So I'm a balloon at the moment. So anyway, that is the first 25 minutes of the Chris Moyles Show. Thanks very much for watching. The show will continue on the radio, like so old-fashioned, till 10 o'clock. And then that's it. But thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. And if you weren't watching, you can watch on catch-up later on Global Player or on YouTube, but we don't promote that because Ashley hasn't bought it yet. Right, Dominic's got the news next. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. Wave, wave.
The Chris Moyles Show.
And stop.
The Chris Moyles Show.